In this lesson, I'm going to be covering a pretty advanced Infusionsoft and iMember360 feature where you allow the person who's getting access to the content to auto log in. This just simplifies the first time they go to log into the website so that they don't have to think about their credentials. We've also set it up so that they're logged in for a really long time. I want to say it's about a week or so that logging in on the same device in the same browser should not be an issue for them. If they do switch machines, I'll show you that we are sending them their credentials so that if they don't log in through this auto login link, they have a way to get into the material anyway. So just to give you a little bit of the context, what we're doing is we're um, putting people through this sales video. They listen to the video and then they have this opt-in for a free webinar series. It's got all these features. We ask them some questions. We want to make sure we know plenty about them. Some of these are required, as you can see from the star, but the key is that they come up and they hit this send free access. So this is what we're calling our opt-in form. Now this one takes them to an Infusionsoft form. So we've got all this activity going on just so that we can drive traffic to it. But the key is we send them an email that gets them to this form, and it gets them to this form via this page. As you can see, the fields between there and here are, the same ones. And this just takes them to a thank you page. The thank you page just tells them, please check your email for some credentials we're going to send them. And what that does is it sends them, well, let's just walk through the campaign. So I'm going to come on out of here. And the next thing that we do is we tag them just so that we know, and then we call this action set. And this action set is an iMember360 register for membership. And membership is what we call the simple membership that we auto log them into. Now this action set works with an iMember360 action set. It's an action set that takes people into here. And what this does is it gives them the membership tag. This is a tag for an iMember360 level. There's a corresponding pay F tag that goes with it. We call this HTTP post so that we can get them their password. If you want a lesson on getting the iMember360 password, there's plenty of them on that line, and if not, just send me an email and maybe I'll send it to you. And then what we have is this email template, and this email template is the one that we send to people so that they can get at they have the auto login link. So I'm going to go over here, and this is the email. Thank you for opting into the free videos. And what we have is this link, and this link here is what I like to call supercharged. So what we're doing in there is I'm going to click here, and as you can see, we don't just send them a link with the auto login. We also send them other credentials, and we say if you log in later from a different device, from different devices or browsers, you can use the information below to gain access. So this is where we want them to go. It's this intro 1 page, and if you want to see the intro 1, this is the webinar we're giving them. So they have an introduction part 1, part 2, part 3 that they can look through, but we're sending them a link to this, and later we send them additional links so that they can get to the other parts if they're lazy about getting there. So let's look at this email link, because this is kind of where a lot of the smarts is in the system. So this one goes to salesperformance.com. You can go in here, you see the auto login, and we have to do this forced login. There's a key that's used in there, and we give them the ID of the user. So that's coming out of the Infusionsoft database, and then here's kind of the key. You do a redirect to the page you want them to go to, whatever you want this to be. And because you've specified in this link that you want to do a forced login, it does. So what it does is it forces the login, and after it does the login, it overrides any default landing page or page that people are supposed to get in after they log in, and takes them right to the page that we want. So when people come up, they fill out this form, they get an email back, and it has that link which says click here, and the click here lands them on this page already logged in with their credentials. And one kind of interesting thing that you can start doing, since they are logged in on this page, we have a little bit of short code work in here. So what we do is we set an action tag. We put the auto run tag in here so that we can tell when these people went to this page, and then we can also set a timer so that in, let's say, 24 hours, 48 hours, they don't go to the page or they don't have that tag. We can start marketing to them either one way if they have opened the page, and another way if they haven't. So hope this helps.